Lakes are formed usually as a result of tectonic or glacial activity in a region. It can also be formed by a meandering river or even artificially by human activity. Generally, we associate lakes with mainly scenic beauty and recreational activities like boating, swimming, and other water sports. However, lakes are important to us for several other reasons, like regulating the flow of river water, storage of water during the dry seasons, to maintain the ecosystem, and also the generation of hydroelectric power. For example, the Barapani Lake, located in Shillong, was created as an artificial reservoir for a hydroelectric power project. This project is responsible for supplying a bulk of the power requirement for the state of Meghalaya. The Guru Gobind Sagar in Bilaspur district of Himachal Pradesh was also formed artificially to generate hydroelectric power. The different types of lakes in India are freshwater lakes and saltwater lakes. The Walar Lake in Jammu and Kashmir is the largest freshwater lake in India. It covers an area of about 260 square kilometers. The Walar Lake is the result of tectonic activity. Other freshwater lakes include the Dal in Jammu and Kashmir, the Bhimatal Lake and the Nainital Lake in Uttarakhand, and Lake Koleru in Andhra Pradesh. Lake Koleru provides habitat for an estimated 20 million resident and migratory birds. This lake is officially classified as a wildlife sanctuary. The Loktak Lake is another freshwater lake located in Manipur. It is a unique water body. It is also called a floating lake because of the floating fungus, an organic mixture of soil and vegetation. The largest salt water lake in India is the Sambhar Lake in Rajasthan. The lake is of major economic importance to the state. The salt produced from this lake has made Rajasthan the third largest salt producer in the country. We also have brackish water lakes in India. Brackish water is a mixture of salt water and fresh water. It is not as salty as seawater. Brackish water lakes are generally situated in coastal areas. For example, the Chillika Lake in Orissa is the largest brackish water lake in India. Another example is the Pulicat in Tamil Nadu. Just like the lakes, rivers also play an important role in the economy of India. Rivers are considered the most basic natural resources required for human settlement. This can be traced throughout history. River banks have attracted people to make settlements, which have now grown into big cities. In fact, most cities are located on the banks of major rivers in India. For example, New Delhi is located on the banks of the Yamuna. Allahabad on the Ganga. Ahmedabad on the Sabarmati. Hyderabad on the Musi and Kolkata on the Hooghly River. These are just some examples. There are over 25 major cities that are located on the banks of rivers. The primary reason is that we depend on rivers for fresh drinking water and water for irrigation. Especially so in our country, where a majority of the population is occupied in agriculture for their livelihood. River water is also used for generating hydroelectric power. For example, the Bhakra Nangal Power Project generates enough electricity to supply to the states of Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat and Delhi. However, the growing demand for water in agriculture, industry and domestic use is affecting the quality of water. More water is being drained out from the rivers, reducing their volume. Untreated waste, sewage and industrial effluents are dumped into rivers. This affects the quality of the water and everyone dependent on these waters. Rivers have a self-cleansing capacity, but even that has its limits. For example, water of the Ganga is able to dilute and assimilate pollution loads within 20 kilometers of large cities. But with increasing urbanization and industrialization along its banks, this process has become almost impossible. There has been some government action to counter this by launching activities such as the National River Conservation Plan (NRCP) and the Ganga Action Plan (GAP). Both these schemes were introduced in 1985, but recently have been merged. They cover 152 towns located on 27 interstate rivers in 16 states. Under this action plan, pollution abatement works have been taken up, and so far a total of 215 schemes of pollution abatement have been sanctioned. The action plan includes targeting 1 million litres of sewage, which is to be intercepted, diverted from the rivers and then treated.